Hello and welcome back to the Leah Moses Entrepreneur Podcast. It is Monday morning. It is Monday, the 25th of January, and we are all excited here this morning to be doing this new podcast. Just for you, it's all about Motivation Mondays, so it's not really going to be anything too heavy. Just telling you that, hey, whatever your dreams are, you can accomplish it. What you need to get done could be done because you have all what it takes right inside you now, right? It's all about fixing that mindset, getting some affirmations done, getting the habit of going in front of the mirror. Go in front of the mirror if you can. Open up your mirror from your purse. Watch yourself and tell yourself, hey, I can do it. I am successful. I am blessed. I have all that I need. I will never lack. I will never be poor. I am financially free. I have a millionaire mind. All of these things are motivational things that you can tell yourself. You can also plug into the motivational people of the world. We have Tony Robbins. You can listen to some Miles Monroe if you want to get some direction. You could listen to some Steve Harvey if that's your thing, right? Some people choose to meditate. Some people choose to involve themselves in yoga. All these different things, but really and truly what I want to encourage you to do is just understand that you have the power. You can get your dreams done. Why keep putting it off? This is your year for greatness, right? It's not next year because next year isn't promised. You're living here now. You are sure to be writing 2021 in that book this morning or on that paper if you're signing into somewhere. And so this year is the year that you should really be taking things into your hands in terms of getting to your goals. And if you don't have goals, let me tell you, you need to write it down. You need to find some and you need to write it down. Don't just have your goals in your mind, right? Some people do a vision board. Put your goals up, even if it means having to plaster all your goals around your wall, right? Plaster your goals around your wall so that you always see it, so that your mind keeps realizing that, hey, this is something to be done. Because watch this, we know that whatever you think, you attract. Whatever you speak into existence, you make things start to move in such a way for that to happen. So guess what? If you're constantly in the sight of your goals, you're going to be getting them done. If you constantly see a memo that says, hey, I need to make X amount of money by this amount of in this amount of time, you will start to get things done more than likely over if it was just in your mind. Because what happens is that sometimes our mind plays tricks on us. Our mind, we know that, hey, I have this task to do today, this is what I was set for to do, and then our mind comes and says, that could wait. It could wait till later. It could wait till tomorrow. How about next week? Right? There's a meme that's going around. That's the cartoon character in the meme says, hey, I'll do something at 6 o'clock. You look at the time, it's 6:05. You say, oh, well, I guess it has to be done at 7 p.m. And then the same thing happens because time tends to run away. As I like to say, time waits on no man. So you would think that, hey, I will just keep this in my mind. I'll set no alarm and I'll just accomplish this goal next hour. By the time you look at next hour, it's 20 past the hour, or it's 15 quarter past the hour, and so on. And you just keep the goal and the target just keeps floating away until you realize it's 5 years later and you haven't done that thing that you wanted to do for so long, right? Even for those of y'all who you think that you are stuck in a particular position, as Mr. Jim Rohn would have said in his former times of speaking, right? One of the greatest speakers in the world. If you are not comfortable in a position, move. You are not a tree. And I am definitely in agreement with that. Now, a lot of people, what you tend to do is you come up with the first set of excuses as to why you can't, right? And that is not language that successful people speak to themselves. You can do anything. And it doesn't matter what bills you have, what obligations you have, you could do it because it has been done before. And I stand on the premise that whatever has been done before could be done again by a next human being, right? So it's definitely all about getting that thought process in, getting yourself in tune with speaking positive, getting yourself in tune with taking action, because it's not just about sitting down and saying, yes, I could do, I believe, and you hype yourself up and then you go and you sit back down and you do nothing for the next 2 years. That's not what it's about. You get yourself in the right frame of mind, you speak yourself to the right things, and then you move, you take action, you jump. You do not have to understand everything before you make that move. A lot of people, you sit down and you're only, you're looking for all the knowledge before you take a step forward. And that's really not how it works. By the time you get all the knowledge, sometimes the opportunity is past. right? It's gone. So you need to really start to take a step, right? And certain things you just really have to know where you're heading, and your journey begins with that single step, right? So basically it was just about a quick motivation Mondays. I don't want to hold you too long. If you're ever feeling in need for motivation, please come back to this podcast. Listen to it. Get in tune with some of the names that I would have called on this podcast. Get into a state of whether you want to do meditation or yoga or something to really motivate you. Some people just simply need to take a walk in nature and you're motivated. You feel larger than yourself, right? 2021 should be a year of becoming the better version of you, right? And when you become the better version of you, all those plans and goals that you would have written down and have in the forefront of your mind and in your eyes, right, you will accomplish them because you have grown. You would have put yourself to be to a grown state. It's like thinking of a baby, right? A baby could only sustain milk in its infancy stage, right? In its early days, it's milk. You wouldn't give a baby solid food to eat, right? However, as that baby grows, as they get the essential milk to grow, they can now handle bigger things, right? Until you get to your stages of meat and solid food and all kind of things with seeds. You now know how to spit out the seeds. You don't swallow the seeds anymore, right? So similarly, we as people, when we do what we have to do to grow ourselves and become our better version, of course we are now able to accomplish the tasks. And that brings me to the final point. If you are not prepared to receive that which you long for and hope for, you will never get it. And sometimes many of us are just that inch away from our goal, just that inch away from that blessing that we want, because we didn't prepare ourselves, we didn't prepare our minds, right? You are not in a position to receive what you want to receive because you hadn't grown, you hadn't built yourself to receiving it. Alright, so that was my quick motivation today. I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous week this week. And let's go. Let us kill those goals. Let us race. Right? I know some of us are not sprinters. Some of us are long distance runners. The fact is, take action. Make that first step. And let's get our stuff together, because I would like to see everybody at the top. Because the bottom is always too crowded. And we have protocols to see about, right? Take care.